What is it, Cali crew? It's your girl and I'm back with another video. OMG, so I can't even believe I forgot about this story time. Not really, more or less forgot, just haven't did it yet. Oh my god, this glare is killing me. I might take these off for a second. Anyway, hope everyone's doing good, staying inside, washing their hands, social distancing, because yeah, not really sure what's gonna happen with that. But anyway, so I'm gonna get into the quick story about how I literally almost cut my pinky off. See, this is the regular pinky. And this is the one that almost cut off. Like, I cut it so deep that, look, I can't even bend it. Like, I cut the tendons, but I guess in the x-ray, it didn't show that or something. I don't know, but all right, so long story short, this was when I was in 6th grade. And I'll never forget this day. I can't remember if it was picture day or what, because I wore a dress, which is weird because I never really wore dresses that much growing up. But yeah, the dress I had, I'll never forget this, you guys. It was like flowers or blue, and it had like spaghetti, you know, like spaghetti straps. And then I had like a little white shawl. So growing up, my parents were strict, but then not. Like, I'll explain that later in more story times, because my parents got divorced when I was in 3rd grade, so everything went haywire after that. But so at my dad's, they're super strict. They're like, you need to have your chores done, this and that. Like, they low-key kind of tried to run it like a military house in a way. It was really weird because my dad was never in the military. But anyway, so my stepmom was like, oh, well, you need to wash these dishes or you're gonna walk to school. Now, walking to school then wasn't too bad because literally my school was right outside of our neighborhood. So that wasn't a big issue, but it was just the point, like, I'm a girl, I shouldn't be walking by myself anywhere. But anyway, so the chores were just so important and it just needed to get done. I don't know what happened. Anyway, long story short, I was doing the dishes and we had this really thick glass pitcher. Like, you know, the old school lemonade pitchers that people always have in the summer or during barbecue time. Yeah, so I was washing that and I don't know what happened between rinsing it and trying to put it on the counter, if like, I don't know if I swung it or cut the corner of the counter or the sink too short, but next thing I know, I'm trying to do this and put it on the counter and it, like, I guess hits the side and kind of explodes. And I don't know what I was thinking or what was even going through my head, because for some reason when it shattered, I was like this. But then when it shattered, the biggest piece on the bottom like went like this, and like as soon as I went like this, it cut me. So, you know, literally nobody was home but my brother. And I kind of freaked out for a second, but then I grabbed a paper towel. I tried to call my dad, and of course he didn't answer because he never answers the phone when he's at work. My stepmom, I think she answered the phone and she was like, oh, your brother's there, so have him, you know, take you to the doctor or whatever. So I wake up my brother and I screamed bloody murder, and I don't understand how he didn't wake up. Oh, well, though he was probably hungover, but yeah, so I, you know, take my hand like this with a paper towel and I'm just like opening it, and as I look, you can literally see like space. Like, I can go like that and I could feel the air inside my skin. It was so creepy. Anyway, so I, you know, held my hand like this. We went to Kaiser and they, you know, shot my finger with a bunch of numbing stuff. So my finger was pretty fat from all the numbing stuff. And then they sewed this part of my finger back together, this part. And as I'm sitting there like this, just watching them sew it, my brother, he has such a weak stomach. It was so funny. He kept trying to turn my head, like he was standing in front of me and the doctor was over here. And I was watching because I was intrigued. I'm like, oh my God, they're literally sewing my finger together. Let's watch this. So I literally just sat there and watched them sew my pinky together. And my brother was just like, oh my God, oh my stomach, how can you look at that? Da, 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 da. So anyway, they stitched me up. bandage me, put me in a little pinky cast thing. Anyway, a couple weeks go by. I go to school. Everybody's like, what happened? Why are you late? What happened to your finger? I'm like, yeah, I almost cut it off. Washing the dishes. My clumsy ass. But weeks go by, and then I go back to the doctor for the checkup. And they're like, oh, bend your finger. I'm like, I am. No, bend this part. I can't. Like, I'm staring at it, trying to focus to get this little part to move, and it's not. They're like, oh, well, we don't know why it's not working because the x-ray didn't show you cut the tendons. Well, obviously I did because I can't physically bend it on my own. And like, he did this with his finger. He was like, oh, see, it bends. I'm like, no, it's only bending because you're making it bend. So he was like, oh, just do some finger exercises at home and it should come back. No. That doctor or whoever was an asshole because he didn't look at anything. He didn't even, like, when he went to look at the x-ray, it wasn't even a full 10 minutes before he was back in the room talking about, oh, well, just do some finger exercises, it'll come back. No. Lies. So that's probably part of, along with a few other things I've experienced in the doctor's office, that's probably why I feel the way I feel about doctors and doctor's offices, because it's like, I get it, you guys have a bunch of patients you have to keep up with, but at the same time, why not be vigilant and do everything you can for everyone? I get it, y'all get, busy rushing this and that, but anyway, long story short, I have one retarded pinky. It doesn't bend all the way, but it does bend if I do this. So that's what I try to do. Sometimes I don't get to grab the pinky in time, and then sometimes when I'm drinking water, it'll just be up, and people will be like, oh, you're bougie, you're being prissy or uppity, and it's like, no, I physically can't bend the finger, so it has to be up. But yeah, so that was just a quick story time about how I almost cut my pinky off. So I hope you guys enjoyed the super quick story time. I know it wasn't that eventful, but that whole day was really annoying to me, from having to go to the doctors and then them half-assing everything. It felt like, yeah, I just didn't know how to feel about that. But yeah, finger's okay. It's just smaller and it doesn't bend like this one. So yeah, but that's okay. That's all right. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this quick story time. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification so you're notified when I post, because as you can see, your girl is sporadic as hell and I post as often as I can. Please go on Instagram, follow and like my makeup page. It'll be linked down below. And also check out the links in the description box. I have a bunch of links that could really help a lot of people, especially right now in this time. Anyway, please stay safe and blessed, Cali crew. See you next time. Bye.